you up where it's real gritty in my city, but I'm still pretty. Hey y'all, thanks for joining us back, and I appreciate all the love that you guys have shown us thus far. We're gonna take you guys to the Cleveland Contemporary Art Museum, and I'm gonna rate it. So last actually, we took the kids to the park. This video is backwards, but we're gonna take y'all through a little bit of our walk that we took, and this is just uptown Cleveland. Just walking through the subway underpass. And then you guys see that we got some art and stuff. Real Harlem, real Bronx looking. I really appreciate the city of Cleveland. It's got so much culture, so much life. I really love Cleveland. There's so much to do. There's never anything boring there other than what's getting ready to come up. The Contemporary Art Museum was kind of a yawn, so I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10, but I would definitely recommend walking around and just going to sightsee. They got hella stores. You already know they got what's that one place called? Legacy Village. I definitely recommend going there. They got everything you're looking for. So here we go. Get ready to go into the museum. Like I said, you just gonna have to stay with me if you want to. If you want to fast forward, I don't care. But check us out. We in the Contemporary Art Museum. This is then, like I said, the video is backwards, so this is us going out. But yeah, just stay with me now. They had I'd say 3 or 4 rooms of art, and yeah, it was all basically about this artist that she made these sculptures and these paintings to depict life and death. So this is all like a life and death museum, I guess you would explain it. You kind of have to ask the people that work there to explain the art to you, because they kind of just, stand around and don't really tell you much about the art, but unless you ask. But we did. So there's parts in here where they're going to explain to you a little bit about what it is that this stuff means.
She just let it know. These aren't like normal Ziploc bags, they're vacuum sealed bags. This is kind of trapped in there. That water and that air, that really, really old water and air is trapped in there.
Yeah.
So this bag, I think, is the oldest one. So that one at the start would be about, I think, 10,000 years old.
So basically what she was saying is this lady got this fucking glacier or something and drilled all the way down to it, and it was some 10,000-year-old ice, and she put it in a fucking Ziploc bag and it melted and it's there. I don't know exactly what the hell these pictures was. They all look the same to me. Some of them look like Stonehenge Mountain or whatever you call it, that Stonehenge thing. But yeah, they had 20 of these pictures up. Didn't nobody explain it to me, like I said. And they had some other shit in here, which I couldn't tell you what the hell this was. Wouldn't nobody explaining nothing. They was just basically standing around, and we just looking at this shit, supposed to know what it is and reading it. And the description of the stuff is just, it was worthless. But it's priceless at the same time. But it'd be nice to know what the hell is going on. But this guy is getting ready to explain what these were and something about the atmosphere.
And you can see this apparatus over here. That's the thing that actually makes them. So in the corner over there, we have a dehumidifier that pulls moisture from the air. It siphons that up through this tube and then drops it onto this burlap sack, which is filled with liquid graphite, and then it comes splashing down onto the canvas.
Wow.
And so all of these are kind of portraits of the atmospheres where they were being made at.
Wow.
And there's sort of a commentary about in museums how there's a lot of control of how much humidity is in the air. This is kind of working with that and then making these are portraits is how she kind of termed them.
Wow, that's interesting. So this is
basically what you get out of the atmosphere.
Right.
Wow.
And it's when it's running, it's like our breath is going into the machine and then winding up onto the canvas.
Wow, so we're
you
part
think
of the
about it
art.
like that. Right, exactly.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Nice.
This is upstairs. You stand like on this ledge. It's kind of hanging off a overhang. And you can see the whole, city view. Over there in them buildings, they had all kinds of crazy shit right on the windows, like gay sex and a whole bunch of weird shit. But this is some video. I don't know what the hell this is. Some guy, they all painted in black and white. I'm guessing this is another interpretation of death. This lady was obsessed with death.
This is an interpretation between.
Thanks for joining us, guys. This last slide that I'm going to show you guys is a mirror between life and death, the way the guy was explaining it. But you hear me talking about the dude. And, yeah, he was an asshole because he waited for us to touch the art. And he was standing there and did not let us know that we cannot touch the art before we decided to touch it. So that's the reason why I say he was an asshole. But thank you for joining us on our little walk through Uptown Cleveland. We decided to go to Lee's Seafood Boil. I do not recommend. I'm sorry. Food was a 2 out of 10 and very overpriced. I should have known when I seen it wasn't nobody in the restaurant and the bartender was eating McDonald's. So don't go to Lee's Seafood Boil. I wouldn't recommend it. We'll take y'all somewhere else. And I didn't get a picture of my food, but it's cool because y'all didn't want to see it anyway. Love y'all. See y'all back soon.